Hey, what's up guys, Silves here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at an archetype for my game SketchBook Chronicles, which is the Ghoul archetype. I don't really know if that's what I'm calling it. That is their name that they all have in them, Ghoul. So we'll get right into it. So first up we got Handy Ghoul, and they're all flying types, so I'm not going to say that every single time. It's a common. And before I get into this card, I'm going to tell you what this archetype revolves around, which is getting your ghouls on the field and then sacrificing them to your boss monster. So I'll explain how each of the cards works in that fashion. So first up, we got Handy Ghost, and his ability is super handy. If you have a ghoul card on the field, free play this card. So as long as you have a ghoul card on the field, you can just throw them onto the field really easy. How many times can I say field in a sentence? And it has pretty low stats, and it's not that bad, just paying 2 ink to place him down anyway. So he's probably not going to last a long time, and we'll get into some protection for him later. But this is just a free card to get him on the field to do what the archetype is supposed to do. Except you got Sock'em Ghoul, which is another common, and his ability is Calling Reputation. When this card kills a monster, add a ghoul monster from your deck to the field. So this is also helping to get your monsters onto the field. And he's 290, 250, so pretty high attack for a 3 ink monster, but not too expensive. Next up we got Jester Ghoul, and this card is good for protecting your Handy Ghosts, and because its ability is Two-Face. Once a turn, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent can't attack next turn. If tails, nothing. So it's a rare. Yay, rares. And it's just a 4 ink monster. I don't think we've had a 4 ink rare yet. So pretty decent stats for 4 ink, 360, 370. But it's going to come in clutch when you have a bunch of Handy Ghouls on the field, and maybe even, Mannequin Man, maybe even a Sock'em Ghoul out on the field, and you don't want him to get killed by your opponent's 5 ink monster, whatever. You can use Two-Faced and make it so that your opponent can't attack next turn. So now we're going to look at the boss monster, which is Gobbler Ghoul. And it's an epic, of course. Its ability is Ghostly Fuel. Send a ghoul monster from the field to the discard pile, and this card gains 60/40. So you can get this guy to be pretty strong, because it already has 440 and 480. So pretty high block and decently low attack. But that means that it's going to be able to stay on the field for a long time and be able to kill most of your opponent's monsters. So you want to get as many of these on the field with Gobbler Ghoul. And I didn't want to make him too expensive so that it's a lot of money to be able to place him, but he's still decently expensive. And then finally we got our support card, which is Bottle of Ghoul, and it's a uncommon. Its ability is equip this card to a ghoul monster on the field. It gains plus 60 attack for each ghoul in your discard pile. So this is really good. I actually made this card before Gobbler Ghoul. I was thinking that it would help get Sock'em Ghouls out on the field if you have... help Sock'em Ghouls that are on the field, there we go, get more ghouls on the field with his ability, because more attack means more monsters being killed. But it actually comes in really, really clutch with Gobbler Ghoul. Oh, really hard to say ghoul over and over and over and over again. Also with 2 G's, Gobbler Ghoul. So I just made a tongue twister there. Say that 5 times in the comments and I'll think you're pretty cool. So it really comes in clutch with Gobbler Ghoul, because you're putting all these cards in the discard pile, and then boom, let's say you had just these 3 cards in the discard pile. That would be plus 180 attack. So just to his base, that would be math skills 620. Look at me, I can pass all your math classes. So yeah, I think this is a pretty competent archetype. A lot better than I'm getting better at the archetypes as I go. But it would be interesting to see this go up against like the Halloween archetype or the Christmas archetype. I think that would be fun. So maybe you can look out for that. And yep. So that's just it for this video. I just want to show off that new archetype that I made. Say goodbye to Mannequin Man, and I'll see you in the next video.